Hey guys, Ryan here, and welcome back to another Pokemon Explained video. So, earlier this week, Chapter 1000 of One Piece was officially released. To celebrate, I wanted to make a One Piece video, but it wouldn't make much sense for me to do a chapter review or discussion considering this is a Pokemon channel. That's when I had the idea to combine the two topics. What if One Piece characters were Pokemon trainers? In this series, I'll be going through the teams I came up with for each member of the Strawhat crew, with a brief description as to why I chose that Pokemon. Just a warning, there'll be some minor spoilers on abilities and attacks, but for the most part you should be able to watch this video with minimal One Piece knowledge. So that this doesn't go too long, I'll be dividing this topic into two separate videos. In this part, I'll be going over the first 5 members of the Strawhat crew, and I'll do a second video later with the remainder of the crew. Let's begin with the captain of the crew, and the future king of the pirates, or in this case, future Pokemon master, Monkey D. Luffy. As a child, Luffy consumed a devil fruit which turned his body to rubber, at the cost of being able to swim. This allows him to stretch, but I couldn't really think of any Pokemon that attack by stretching. That is until I thought of Bulbasaur's Vine Whip. However, I don't think Bulbasaur would make a good fit for Luffy. Instead, I looked up a list of Pokemon that can learn the move Vine Whip, and that's when I saw Zoro. Using its vines that are wrapped around its arms, it is able to swing around or reach enemies that are further away. That's about as close as I could find to being able to stretch. Also, I didn't pick Zoro because Luffy's surname is Monkey. That's just a coincidence. Although, I did put a lot of monkeys on his team, like Apom. This pick is mostly due to Luffy's personality. I imagine Luffy and Apom would really get along. As for Luffy's fighting style, he often attacks with a barrage of punches, so I thought I'd put the fighting type Pokemon Machamp on his team, as it can rapidly punch with its 4 fists. Another Pokemon I thought would suit Luffy's fighting style is Infernape. Luffy even has an attack similar to Fire Punch, Red Hawk. Speaking of Luffy's attacks, I wanted to put Kling Klang on the team to represent Luffy's Gear 2nd, 3rd, and 4th transformations. Hell, the move Shift Gear is basically Gear 2nd, as it raises the user's speed stat by 2 stages and attack stat by 1. The final Pokemon I put on Luffy's team is Snorlax, because when Luffy's not fighting or going on adventures, he's either eating meat or sleeping. Plus, it's kind of like his Gear 4th Tankman form. The second crew member we'll be going over is Pirate Hunter Roronoa Zoro. His ambition is to be the world's greatest swordsman, so in this universe, we'll just say he wants to be the strongest trainer. I wanted to choose some Pokemon that would match Zoro's personality and interests, but all he ever does is train, sleep, and drink alcohol. So instead, for Zoro's team, I chose a lot of Pokemon that attack with sharp things, like Cypher's Scythes, Gallade's Arm Elbow Things, and Samurot's Horn. I also considered putting all 4 members of the Swords of Justice on his team, but 4 legendary Pokemon seemed a bit overpowered to me. Speaking of swords, I had to put Sirfetch'd on his team as it attacks with a leek shaped like a sword. And we can't look past the twin sword Pokemon, Doublade. Finally, I saved the best Pokemon for last, Zacian. A perfect match for Zoro. Zacian attacks with a sword in its mouth, just like Zoro, and their names both start with the letter Z. Moving on, we have Cat Burglar Nami, the crew's navigator. In this Pokemon world, she'd be the one in charge of the map so that the gang don't get lost in the forest. Nami's dream is to chart a map of the world, which still works in Pokemon. It gives her a reason to travel to each of the different regions. In One Piece, Nami attacks with the weather. For this reason, she'd definitely use a weather team. So, her perfect partner Pokemon is obviously Castform, with its crazy weather abilities. It even looks like Zeus. I also gave her Ninetales with the ability Drought, Politoed with the ability Drizzle, and Vanillux with the ability Snow Warning, for even more weather shenanigans. Nami's strongest attacks are her thunder attacks, so I decided to go with Zapdos as her ace, which might seem a little overpowered, but it makes sense for Nami. She's a real glass cannon. The last Pokemon I decided to give Nami isn't actually weather related. Instead, I opted for more of a personality trait, Nami loves money and treasure, and with her thief past, I thought I'd go with Klefki. It seemed like a good fit. I also considered Probopass for its compass-like abilities, but decided against it. Up next we have the King of Snipers, God Usopp, whose goal is to be a brave warrior in the sea, or in this case, wants to be a brave adventurer. Being a sniper, I think the best Pokemon for Usopp is Inteleon. Inteleon's hidden ability is Sniper, and its signature attack is Snipe Shot. Plus its pre-evolution Sobble is a scaredy cat just like Usopp. A perfect pair. As for the rest of his team, I decided to give him a Shiftry because it has Bullet Seed for long range attacks, and a long nose. Speaking of noses, I couldn't pass up on giving him Nose Pass. I also gave him Yamask to represent Sniper King. As for Usopp's fighting style, when he's not using a slingshot, he uses tricks, hammers, dials, and even Caltrops, which is exactly why I gave him Ferrothorn. It seemed like the most fitting Spikes user, especially since after the time skip he uses plants. Speaking of plants, the final Pokemon I gave him is Carnivine. The final member that joined the crew during the East Blue Saga was Blackleg Sanji. His dream is to find the All Blue, a legendary ocean that is said that every species of fish can be found there. A chef's dream. Well, Sanji probably won't be cooking the Pokemon, but I guess it's possible that a place exists that is home to all of the water Pokemon. Sanji is the Brock of this group. He's always making the meals for his friends and flirts with all the ladies. As for his team, Sanji is a chef first and a fighter second. So for this reason, I have chosen to give him a Rotom Heat for cooking. And to have fresh ingredients, he's going to need a Rotom Frost. Perfect equipment for any chef. As for the rest of his team, Sanji is exclusively a kicker, as his hands are for cooking. Taking that into consideration, I have decided to give him the kicking Pokemon, Hitmonlee. And I'll also be giving him Hitmontop. Some of his spinning techniques even look like Hitmontops. And obviously I had to give Sanji a Blaziken. It perfectly represents his Diable Jambe technique. And his final Pokemon, I went with Cinderace. Another Pokemon that kicks, and also uses fire. When Go's Raboot used Blaze Kick in the anime, it made me think of Sanji. Well, that about wraps up this video. What did you think of my choices? And would you like to see me do more videos like this, except with different anime? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a like. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the second part of this video where I cover the rest of the Straw Hat crew. Thanks for watching, and I'll explain you later. Also, I didn't pick Zarude because Luffy's Straw Hat is monkey. Another Pokemon I thought would suit As you can see, I'm representing